Hello guys, this is Amazing Worldwide Facts presenting a video on YouTube. Hope you all enjoy. There are so many famous landmarks all around the world, and in this video we will have a look at some famous landmarks of Asia.
Number 13.
Petronas Twin Towers.
Petronas Towers are the twin skyscrapers in Kuala Lumpur. They are the tallest buildings in Malaysia, and were widely known as the world's tallest buildings from 1998 to 2004. The name Petronas Towers. There's no word Petronas in English, and it's not the exact name of a company. The word Petronas is short for the words Petroleum Nasional, which is the name of the Malaysian National Petroleum Company. The Twin Tower is named after Petroleum Nasional Company, as the company owned the towers, and the Tower 1 is fully occupied by the company as its headquarters. The functions of the Twin Towers. While the Tower 1 is occupied by Petroleum Nasional themselves, the Tower 2 is rented out by them to various international companies, including many top-notch companies like Microsoft, Huawei Technologies, IBM, Bloomberg, Reuters, etc. And there's an observation deck occupying the 86th floor of Tower 2. The bottom part of Petronas Towers is occupied by a large shopping mall. The iconic Sky Bridge. A double-deck sky bridge is connecting the two towers on the 41st and 42nd floors. The sky bridge is 58 meters long, at 170 meters high from the ground. It is considered the highest two-story sky bridge in the world. They are one of the most popular tourist destinations in Kuala Lumpur. The Twin Towers have been shown in many films. Other films that have Petronas Towers featured include Bollywood film Dawn, Chinese action film Viral Factor, in Chinese, Hollywood science fiction film Independence Day 2, and many more. In Viral Factor, the aerial views of Petronas Towers is prominently shown when a chopper hovers over an area in proximity of the Twin Towers. In the film Independence 2, Petronas Towers were thrown to the River Thames by aliens. Along with them, the Burj Khalifa is also thrown to the river. The Twin Towers were built very fast.
Number 12.
Kaaba. A cubic structure situated in Makkah, Saudi Arabia, is the pilgrimage site where millions of Muslim people come to perform Hajj in Makkah and also pay a visit to a sacred city of Medina. The Kaaba is which Muslims believe was built by Ibrahim a.s. and his son Ismail a.s. as a monotheistic house of worship, is considered as Islam's most sacred site. Believers around the world face Kaaba during their 5 daily prayers. Muslims don't worship Kaaba but view it as a metaphoric house of God. The holy Kaaba is sometimes called as the house of Allah. The Kaaba is the center of the earth. It is in the middle of the earth without any deviation or deformation. It is therefore impossible to fly over Kaaba, whether by birds or even by planes. Because it is the center of magnetic attraction, this is a great landmark on the continent of Asia.
Number 11.
Mount Fuji.
Located only 60 miles from the Japanese capital, Tokyo, Mount Fuji has become a staple of Japanese art and culture since the 16th century. Today, Mount Fuji is an international haven for tourism as well as mountain climbing, with over 200,000 people climbing the mountain every year. Mt. Fuji is actually a stratovolcano. Its shape is unique. Mount Fuji has a very distinctive cone shape, which is very unusual for a volcano. There is only a small window to trek Mount Fuji. If you have opted for the Action Post-event tour and are off up Mount Fuji, you have hit the jackpot. The climbing season is very short. It starts at the beginning of July until the last week in August. Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan. Geographically, Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan and stands at 3,776 meters, 12,380 feet. A monk was the first to climb Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji has a military background. Mount Fuji is still active. Mount Fuji is indeed still active, although the last time it erupted was in 1707, over 300 years ago. Climbing Mount Fuji could be easier than you think. It would take the average person between 4 and 8 hours to trek the summit. Piece of cake. Influence on Japanese culture. The unique shape of Mount Fuji has influenced much of Japanese culture. It has been the inspiration to Japanese poetry, music and art. The artist Katsushika Hokusai has painted 36 views of Mount Fuji.
Number 10.
Burj Khalifa.
The Burj Khalifa is twice as tall as the Empire State Building, standing approximately 2,716.5 feet tall. The Burj Khalifa snatched the title of world's tallest building from Taipei's Taipei 101, which held the record from 2004 to 2010 with a height of 1,667 feet. While several other massive structures have been built since then, none has managed to top the Dubai landmark. It took 5 years to build the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa was designed to resemble a flower. The Burj Khalifa houses a massive art collection. Any building as large as the Burj Khalifa is bound to have a lot of wall space to fill. Altogether, the building's art collection is enormous. There are more than 1,000 pieces from some of the world's best-known artists, with a focus on Middle Eastern artists, hanging within the property, many of them specifically commissioned for the building. The Burj Khalifa is home to one of the fastest elevators in the world. The Burj Khalifa holds a number of world records. The Burj Khalifa may not be the world's tallest building for much longer. While the Burj Khalifa has enjoyed a nearly 10-year run as the world's tallest building, it's about to get some competition from yet another Dubai construction project. In 2013, construction began on the Jeddah Tower, which will tower over the Burj Khalifa by an estimated 236 feet, if it ever opens.
Number 9.
Burj Al Arab.
Everyone knows it's an iconic hotel, but do you know just how impressive it really is? It's exceptionally tall. Burj Al Arab Jumeirah, which stands at 321 meters, is 14 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower and only 60 meters shorter than the Empire State Building. There are 17 types of pillow available to guests on the pillow menu. Burj Al Arab's extensive pillow menu is tailor-made to enable every guest to get a blissful night's sleep. It sits on a man-made island. It took 5 years to build. It has broken an impressive number of records. The hotel has 16 in-house florists. A team of up to 6 florists takes about 8 hours to create the flower arrangements in the lobby, using flowers shipped from Holland, Kenya, South Africa and Thailand. The flower team always aims to include a guest's favorite flowers in the floral displays in their suite, creating bespoke arrangements ahead of their arrival. The interiors are gilded in 24-karat gold. The spa is set 150 meters above the Arabian Gulf. The hotel's dramatic helipad has given a platform to a number of incredible stunts. The terrace is the first man-made luxury beach facility of its kind.
Number 8.
Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is the world's highest mountain, above sea level, at 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet, and once seemed insurmountable. Mount Everest technically not the tallest. Although Mount Everest is the highest mountain above sea level, Hawaii's Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain base to peak, 10,210 meters, 33,500 feet, 4,205 meters, 13,796 feet, above sea level. Mount Everest rises 40 centimeters per century. Mount Everest is 8,844.43 meters high and is still growing. The climate is very harsh. It's capped with snow and ice all year round. It takes at least $30,000 United States dollars to climb Mount Everest. There are more than 7,000 peaks on Everest. About 300 people have died on the mountain. It takes 10 weeks to climb Everest. May to October is the peak tourist season on Mount Everest. The summit of Everest is on the border of Nepal and Tibet, China. Nepal lies to the south and China to the north. In Nepal, Mount Everest is known as Sagarmatha, meaning goddess of the sky. In Tibet, it is known as Chomolungma, meaning goddess mother of the world. As of December 2018, there were 9,159 summits of Mount Everest on all routes by 5,294 people. There is a 2 o'clock rule when climbing Mount Everest because of its cold and unpredictable weather. That is, be sure to get to the summit by 2 p.m. or you will have to turn around in case of accidents. Everest Base Camp has a Wi-Fi service. In 1975, Junko Tabe, a Japanese woman, became the first woman to summit Mount Everest.
Number 7.
Forbidden City.
China's most glorious palace sits in the heart of the capital city of Beijing. As one of China's largest and most well-preserved heritage sites, the Forbidden City is a must-see for all visitors to China. Chinese name, Wugong, Former's Palace. The Forbidden City is the world's largest imperial palace. It has more than 90 palace quarters and courtyards, 980 buildings and over 8,728 rooms. The Forbidden City is a masterpiece of Chinese architecture. The majestic outer court has no trees. The Forbidden City was home to 24 Chinese emperors. The Palace Museum is one of the world's largest cultural museums. Part of the museum's former collection is in Taiwan. The Forbidden City is China's most popular single-site tourist attraction. 40% of the Forbidden City is still forbidden access. A Forbidden City trip is not complete without a visit to Jingshan Park. Not all of the buildings in the Forbidden City have Chinese architecture. There are 81 doornails on the gates of the Forbidden City. Birds cannot land on the roofs of the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City has special guards, cats.
Number 6.
Saint Basils Cathedral.
On July 12, one of Moscow's best known and most photographed sites, St. Basil's Cathedral, marks its 455th birthday. Its official name is the Cathedral of the Intercession of the Most Holy Theotokos on the Moat. According to one theory, the cathedral symbolizes heavenly Jerusalem, in other words, the kingdom of God, whose walls are decorated with precious stones. According to another theory, its architects tried to replicate the Church of St. Mary of Blaternay in Constantinople, the scene of a miraculous intercession when the Holy Virgin appeared to Christians praying for protection from a Saracen army and covered the whole Christian world with her mantle. It is actually 9 churches in one. The cathedral got its second name, after Basil the Blessed, for a reason. The Moscow holy fool Vasily Basil could see into the future and predicted the fire of 1547, in which nearly a third of Moscow was destroyed. There are several theories as to who designed the cathedral. The most widely accepted one is that the cathedral was designed by architects Varma and Postnik. The legend has it that Ivan the Terrible ordered that the architects be blinded after they completed work on this beautiful cathedral so that they could not replicate or surpass it elsewhere. It is a World Heritage Site.
Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you.